Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to go over the nose. This is part of a series of videos that I'm doing on the different parts of the face, and today we'll be working on the nose. So I'll start with the construction of the nose, and then we'll draw the nose in a few different angles to get an idea on how we can put in the understanding that we have of the construction into practice. So first I have this reference, and it's from Proco's video. They do a good job explaining the construction, but I thought the practice of doing it in different angles will be very good for us, or for me. So I wanted to start with this reference, explain the construction, and then practice it in all the different angles. When we look at this reference, we can really simplify the nose by, and I will draw in red so that you can see. So you have this angle here that comes in, and it's really from the kind of on top of the eyes, or the right by the eyebrows. And then there's pretty much a straight line to really put it into simple explanation. Then you have this round shape, which represents the ball of the nose right here. And then you have the wing that is just down here. So this is the ball of the nose right here area. This is the wing in blue, and the green is really the top side of the nose. And of course there's a plane here that connects all of this. This is not flat, and it has this surface to it. So we'll start with a very simple form. So first, the two angles where the eyebrow meet the nose, so they come in, and then we have two straight lines. You can draw them wider on the bottom. The bottom of the nose, you have the ball of the nose. Then we can add the shapes for the wings. Then you can draw a straight line here where they meet. And this can be as wide as the nose can be, the reference. So in some cases they're wider than others. But this line is not really straight. It has a curve to it also, and we'll use that later on. And then there's the plane that connects the side of the wings to the top of the nose, which is right here. So although this might not look like a nose yet, we can continue and add a little bit more details. So in some cases, in some noses, this is very obvious, and you can see the angles that the nose takes or has in this area. And usually it come in and out, and then back in to meet towards the center, the V shape. And then you have the ball of the nose. And then the ball of the nose, of course, is towards the bottom, and it connects to that tip of that V shape. Then we can draw this side, or the bottom plane of the nose. So the ball of the nose actually comes down, as you can see in the reference, and it goes in afterwards. So once it comes down, then it goes towards the nostrils. Same on the other side. And this might not be very obvious from this angle, but it might be obvious from a different angle. Then we can draw the wings. So we have the wings here. The outline of the wing it goes towards the center there, and then it comes up there. And there's a thickness to this, so it's not really just that. And that's really where we can draw the nostrils. And the nostrils follow almost like a comma shape. to give the thickness of for the wings, bottom and top thickness of the wings. And this also can be different for every person depending on the nose that we have. The same thing here, we draw the comma shaped, and that's where this part meets. Then we can continue and add a little bit more shading to give the nose the shape that it is. So adding some more outlines so that we can add the shading. So this is the sides of the wings of the nose, right? And then the ball of the nose also has these planes on the side. So we can draw that. And then these angles can also, depending on the shape, we might be able to see them as well. Then there's the plane. So I'll just pick another round brush for doing the shading. We can reduce the opacity of this and then just add shading on top. So now that we have the construction, we can do this a lot better. So said this plane here connects to the eyebrows. Then you have this plane, but depending on the angle of the light, but let's say the angle is from top forward, so this side will be a little bit of shade, not entirely. This side will have light. The bottom plane, this side will be in shade. That. And then we have these side planes as well. Okay. And then the bottom of the wing, just like that, goes in. And then the cast shadow of the nose. And if we add a little bit more shading, we can also add a highlight the nose. Maybe there's more highlights there. So that's really how we draw the nose from the front. Of course, you can go more into details and render it, but this is the basics of the construction. So although it didn't really look like a nose at the beginning, after adding a little bit of light and shadow, you can see the planes and how it turns out. Okay, so now we can try and draw the nose from a few different angles using the same principle. So I'll move this here. And then we can draw some from more of a higher angle, lower angle. So we'll follow the same principle. So let's say we want to do more of a side angle, similar to the example we have, but maybe mirrored. So we'll have the nose coming down, the ball of the nose, then it comes down for this wing. The other wing, as you can see in that example, is not really visible. Then we connect the bottom plane. Then we have the side plane that connects the wings to the top of the nose, and we can't really see it on the other side either. So then we can move towards the angle. So comes in, out, and then the V shape. And then we have the ball. Have the angle that goes in, and we will be able to see it better from this angle. And then the other side, you can't really see much. Then we have the wing. Goes like this, the thickness of it. We have the nostrils, comma-shaped nostrils. The side of the wing. And then the other side, we see a little bit of the wing. We can see a little bit of the nostrils, but then the ball really covers the rest of it. We can erase a little bit to reduce the opacity or just create a new layer. And then we can add some light and shadow to give it more of a shape. There we go. And that's the nose from this angle there. Okay, let's try now to draw the nose in an extreme angle from the bottom. But we'll follow similar construction or the same construction and try and see how that works in that angle. We'll have, again, darker. We'll have bridge of the nose. Then the majority of the thing that we see, because we're looking from the bottom, is really the bottom plane. So we can simplify, in this case, the ball will not be in this shape because we're looking at it from the bottom, but it will be more this shape. And the reason for that, as I mentioned, we're looking at the nose from the bottom. Then we'll have the wings. And then the bottom plane like this. And then that's the eyebrow lines there. Eye socket comes right here. So now that we want to add more details, we can look at this shape here. So we know that the nose is kind of like that. Then we can add the nostrils where they follow the comma shape. And then from the ball, comes down and it goes in, comes down and goes in, but of course from the other side we can't see it. And then the plane of the wing goes into the nostril. And then we have the side of the wings. Because of the extreme angle, goes like that. Then we have, so we said there's this plane as well there. So we can reduce the opacity or erase a little bit and then use some shading techniques to try and get that done. The reason I put the eye socket here, because in this extreme angle, you'll see that the nose is very close to the eye socket. In some cases, is overlapping the eye. And there we go. That's how we draw it in this extreme. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you liked it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.